Imagine a world where pain is not the enemy but a powerful ally. Sounds insane, right? But what if I told you that everything you've been taught about happiness and pleasure is a lie? That the constant pursuit of happiness is actually making you more miserable? From the moment we're born, we are spoon-fed the idea that pleasure is the ultimate goal, that life should be a seamless stream of joy and satisfaction. But what if I told you that the real path to fulfillment lies in the exact opposite direction? Welcome to a journey where we dismantle the myth of perpetual happiness and dive headfirst into the transformative power of pain. This isn't your typical feel-good story. This is raw, real, and revolutionary. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll see why choosing pain over pleasure could be the best decision you ever make. Chapter 1: The Illusion of Happiness. From childhood, society indoctrinates us with the idea that happiness is the ultimate goal. We see it everywhere, in advertisements promising joy through material possessions, in social media posts showcasing idealized lives, and in the constant refrain from those around us to be happy. This pursuit of happiness is relentless, leading us to believe that any form of discomfort or unhappiness is a failure. But here's the uncomfortable truth. This chase is a dangerous illusion. Happiness, as marketed to us, is a fleeting emotion, a momentary high that never lasts. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. No matter how tight your grip, it slips away. Studies reveal that despite increased access to material wealth and comfort, people are more anxious, depressed, and disconnected than ever. The reason is simple. Happiness, when pursued as an end in itself, leads to a shallow existence. We become addicted to momentary pleasures, which only serve as temporary distractions from deeper issues. This illusion blinds us to the more enduring value found in facing and overcoming life's challenges. Real fulfillment comes from a deeper sense of purpose, achieved through navigating adversity and pain. It is in our struggles that we find meaning, build resilience, and cultivate empathy. These are the foundations of a rich and rewarding life, far beyond the fleeting moments of happiness that society so fervently sells us. It's time to shatter the myth that happiness is the ultimate goal and embrace a more profound truth, that enduring pain and overcoming obstacles are the keys to a truly fulfilling life. Start by keeping a journal where you reflect on your daily struggles and challenges. Instead of avoiding discomfort, write about what you've learned from it and how it's helping you grow. Engage in activities that push you out of your comfort zone, such as trying a new hobby, taking on a challenging project, or volunteering in a difficult environment. Chapter 2: The Strength in Suffering. Pain is often viewed as the enemy, something to be avoided at all costs. Yet history and personal experience tell a different story. Some of the most significant human achievements and profound insights have emerged from periods of intense suffering. Consider the breakthroughs in art, science, and philosophy. Many were born out of hardship and adversity. Think of Beethoven, who composed some of his greatest works while losing his hearing. Or Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years of imprisonment to lead South Africa towards reconciliation. These individuals didn't merely endure their suffering, they transformed it into a source of strength and inspiration. Suffering forces us to confront our limitations, pushing us beyond our comfort zones and fostering resilience. It cultivates empathy, as those who have faced pain are often more compassionate and understanding towards others' struggles. Moreover, pain is a powerful motivator for personal growth. It strips away the superficial, forcing us to examine our lives and our choices more deeply. In the face of suffering, we are compelled to find meaning and purpose, which are far more enduring than transient pleasures. The crucible of pain refines us, forging character and strength. This process is not easy, and it is often deeply uncomfortable, but it is essential for true transformation. By learning to embrace suffering, we unlock a profound source of personal power and wisdom. We begin to see pain not as a curse, but as a necessary part of the human experience, a catalyst for growth, resilience, and profound understanding. Reflect on past experiences where you faced significant challenges. Write about how these experiences helped shape you and what strengths you developed as a result. Seek out stories of others who have turned their suffering into success and draw inspiration from their journeys. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can also help you learn to sit with your discomfort and find the lessons within. Chapter 3: The Lie of Instant Gratification. In our modern world, instant gratification has become the norm. We are conditioned to expect immediate rewards, whether it's through the convenience of fast food, the instant feedback of social media, or the quick fixes promised by various products and services. This culture of immediacy, however, comes with a significant downside. The constant craving for instant rewards undermines our ability to work towards long-term goals and erodes our patience and perseverance. Real achievement, whether it's mastering a skill, building a meaningful relationship, or creating something of lasting value, takes time, effort, and often a significant amount of discomfort. The process of striving for long-term goals is inherently painful. It involves facing failures, overcoming obstacles, and enduring setbacks. But it is through this struggle that we build resilience, develop discipline, and achieve true satisfaction. The pleasure derived from instant gratification is shallow and short-lived, leaving us constantly searching for the next quick fix. In contrast, the fulfillment that comes from delayed gratification and the achievement of long-term goals is deep and enduring. By embracing the pain of effort and the discomfort of delayed rewards, we unlock our potential for real success and satisfaction. We learn to value the journey, not just the destination, and to find meaning and purpose in the pursuit of our goals. This shift in mindset is crucial for personal growth and fulfillment. It's time to reject the lie of instant gratification and embrace the power of patience and perseverance. By doing so, we can transform our lives, achieve our true potential, and find lasting satisfaction. Set long-term goals and break them down into smaller, manageable steps. Celebrate small milestones along the way, but stay focused on the bigger picture. Practice self-discipline by delaying small pleasures such as saving money, instead of spending it immediately or resisting the urge to check your phone during work. Use a planner or journal to track your progress and reflect on the growth you experience through delayed gratification. Chapter 4. The Power of Discipline. Discipline often gets a bad rap, seen as restrictive or joyless, a barrier to freedom and pleasure. Yet, in reality, discipline is the key to true liberation and fulfillment. It allows us to take control of our lives, make intentional choices, and achieve our goals. Discipline requires sacrifice, often uncomfortable and painful, but it is through this sacrifice that we gain the strength to overcome obstacles and create lasting change. When we cultivate discipline, we harness the power to shape our destiny rather than being at the mercy of fleeting whims and desires. Discipline is the foundation of all great achievements. It is the athlete who wakes up at dawn to train, the artist who spends countless hours perfecting their craft, the entrepreneur who endures failure after failure to build a successful business. These individuals understand that discipline is not a restriction, but a pathway to mastery and freedom. The pain of discipline is the price we pay for progress and success. It involves delaying gratification, staying committed to our goals, and pushing through challenges and setbacks. But this pain is temporary while the rewards of discipline are lasting. Through discipline, we develop self-control, resilience, and a strong sense of purpose. We learn to prioritize our long-term goals over short-term pleasures and to stay focused and committed even in the face of difficulties. By embracing the power of discipline, we can transform our lives and achieve our full potential. It's time to see discipline not as a burden, but as a gift, a tool that empowers us to create the life we truly desire. Create a daily routine that incorporates your goals and stick to it consistently. Identify areas in your life where you lack discipline and make a plan to address them. For example, if you struggle with procrastination, set specific deadlines for tasks and hold yourself accountable. Practice self-control by setting limits on indulgent behaviors, such as spending too much time on social media or eating unhealthy foods. Reflect on the benefits of discipline and remind yourself of your long-term goals when the going gets tough. Chapter 5. The Necessity of Failure. Failure is perhaps the most feared form of pain, yet it is an essential component of success. Our fear of failure often paralyzes us, preventing us from taking risks and exploring new possibilities. But every failure is a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to achievement. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than the average person has even tried. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a crucial part of the journey. Failure is a harsh but effective teacher. It exposes our weaknesses, challenges our assumptions, and forces us to grow. It pushes us out of our comfort zones and compels us to innovate and adapt. Through failure, we learn resilience, perseverance, and humility. We discover our true strengths and develop the skills needed to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. Embracing failure means accepting the pain and discomfort that come with it. It means acknowledging our mistakes, learning from them, and using them as fuel for growth. It requires courage and a willingness to face our fears and insecurities. But the rewards of embracing failure are immense. It is through failure that we gain the insights and experiences that lead to success. We learn to see failure not as a setback, but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. By changing our perspective on failure, we can unlock our full potential and achieve our dreams. It's time to stop fearing failure and start embracing it as a necessary part of the journey to success. Reframe your perspective on failure by viewing it as a learning opportunity. When you fail, analyze what went wrong and what you can do differently next time. Keep a failure journal where you document your setbacks and the lessons you've learned from them. Surround yourself with stories of successful people who have overcome failure to remind yourself that it is a natural part of the journey. Practice resilience by setting challenging goals and pushing yourself to achieve them, even if it means risking failure. Chapter 6. The Freedom in Vulnerability. We live in a culture that celebrates strength and despises weakness. We are taught to hide our vulnerabilities, to present a facade of invincibility. But this armor comes at a high price. True connection and intimacy are born from vulnerability, from the willingness to show our true selves, flaws and all. This openness is inherently painful, as it exposes us to the risk of rejection and judgment. Yet, it is only through embracing this vulnerability that we can experience genuine love and connection. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of courage and strength. It takes immense bravery to be vulnerable, to let down our guard and allow others to see our true selves. It is through this bravery that we build deep, meaningful relationships and create authentic connections. The pain of vulnerability comes from the fear of being judged or rejected. But this fear is often unfounded. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to empathy, understanding, and compassion. We give others permission to be vulnerable as well, creating a space for true connection and intimacy. By embracing vulnerability, we free ourselves from the burden of perfection and the constant need to prove ourselves. We learn to accept ourselves as we are, and to see our flaws and imperfections as part of what makes us unique and human. This acceptance is liberating and empowering. It allows us to live authentically and to build relationships based on trust and mutual respect. It's time to see vulnerability not as a weakness, but as a strength, a pathway to true connection, intimacy, and freedom. Practice vulnerability by sharing your thoughts and feelings honestly with a trusted friend or family member. Join a support group or community where you can express your experiences and listen to others. Challenge yourself to be more open about your struggles and imperfections, both in personal relationships and in public forums. Reflect on how your vulnerability has positively impacted your connections with others and strengthened your relationships. Chapter 7. The Zen of Acceptance. Finally, we come to acceptance, the ultimate paradox. Accepting pain doesn't mean giving up or resigning ourselves to suffering. It means recognizing that pain is an inevitable part of life and choosing to face it with courage and grace. Acceptance allows us to find peace amidst chaos, to remain steadfast in the face of adversity. It transforms pain from a source of suffering into a catalyst for growth. Acceptance is not about passive resignation. It's about actively engaging with our reality, acknowledging our pain, and choosing how we respond to it. It's about letting go of our need to control everything and finding peace in the present moment. This mindset shift is profound and powerful. By accepting the reality of pain, we free ourselves from the futile struggle to avoid it. We learn to embrace the discomfort and see it as an integral part of our journey. Acceptance allows us to find meaning and purpose in our struggles. It teaches us to appreciate the beauty and wisdom that can come from facing our challenges with courage and resilience. Through acceptance, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and strength. We learn to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity. We find the freedom to be ourselves and to live authentically without being constantly weighed down by fear and resistance. It's time to embrace the Zen of acceptance and to see pain not as an enemy, but as a valuable teacher and guide. By doing so, we can transform our lives and discover the profound beauty and wisdom that lie within our struggles. Practice mindfulness meditation to develop a greater awareness and acceptance of your thoughts and feelings. When faced with a difficult situation, take a moment to pause, breathe, and accept the reality of the moment before reacting. Reflect on past experiences where acceptance helped you navigate challenges and find peace. Engage in activities that require patience and presence, such as yoga, gardening, or creative pursuits, to cultivate a mindset of acceptance and resilience. Embrace the pain, transform your life. So there you have it, the uncomfortable truth that society doesn't want you to hear. Pain over pleasure is not a curse, but a blessing in disguise. It's the secret ingredient to a life of depth, resilience, and true fulfillment. By confronting our struggles, embracing our vulnerabilities, and learning from our failures, we unlock the profound wisdom and strength that lie within. This path is not for the faint of heart, but it is for those who are tired of living a superficial, fleeting existence and are ready to dive deep into the rich, transformative experience of being truly alive. The next time you face pain, don't shy away. Lean into it. Embrace it. Use it as a stepping stone to your greatest potential. Remember, the path to a meaningful life is not paved with constant pleasure, but with the trials and tribulations that forge your true character. Now go out there and transform your pain into power. Thank you for watching, and if this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the raw, unfiltered truth of life.